I think this show finds such a brilliant tone that's really hard to find. And I'm curious, as actors, when you're dealing with this many twists without going into any specifics, sitting in a scene, knowing what you know, how do you not give things away as an actor?
Well, we only would know per episode, basically. I mean, we'd get to like the next episode and we're like, say, what happens?
Yeah, some were surprises.
So
Other
you did
things
not know?
I knew. Other things I knew. I knew a lot of things.
But not.
I kept bugging Liz Feldman for all the answers, and she would tell me.
I think our hardest job, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, was finding what the tone was.
Yes.
Because it's such a fine line with, you know, people saying, well, this is a comedy, but yet we're like on the floor in a heap of our own emotions for pretty much every single scene, and then we'd like do a scene and we'd be like, you know, bawling and stuff, and Liz would be like, that was hilarious, and we're like, what? You know, so trying to find that tone, but also just really telling the story of these two women and being as honest and as truthful to them and honoring them and the trauma and the pain that they've both gone through and how they deal with it in different ways, and yet at the same time can be best friends and hold each other up. So
yeah, the friendship
is really the heart of the whole.
The friendship carries everything through, and like the truer we can make the friendship, regardless of all the other craziness going on, I think everything else sort of fell into place.
And those were our favorite. Those were our favorite scenes, like us on the beach, and you know, when we just got to sit.
That beach scene when you guys were laughing, I was like, did they really? The acting was so well done in that scene.
I think we just went loopy. It was really late, and then all of a sudden, she and I just started like literally cracking up. And there's like, I wish that they had like the outtakes from it, because there's like a 10-minute improv of the two of us just cracking up and saying the most bizarre stuff, and
some of it made it in there.
Some of it made it in there, but not all of it.
Two filmmaking questions for both of you. When you have to do a scene when you're in front of a mirror, like literally slapping yourself, like do you have to do that over and over? I know movies are shot like that. And then for you, do you have to hit that car? And how many cars did you get to do that with?
There's one car I had to hit it over and over and over and over again. And they called it a stunt club. Which is about 20 pounds. So it's not like a normal golf club. It's heavier
Helps
than
more impact.
Yeah.
Right?
So I was limping for 3 months after that.
Yeah, I woke up after
literally not even a joke, like limping for 3 months.
I woke up after the slapping scene. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do to my neck? And then I realized I had slapped myself silly for hours in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
Do you actually speak on the phone during those scenes for real? Like when you guys are like towards the beginning of the series, you have like some pretty emotional phone calls. Do you actually get to be on the phone together?
A few times we did, and a few times we didn't.
Yeah, because it's kind of hard to coordinate that. But also, once we knew each other so well, I could hear her. Like I could hear Linda in my head, and we had this amazing. One of our writers named Kelly.
I've heard you in my head since Friday after the.
One of our writers named Kelly, who's an actress, a really, really good actress, could actually capture both of us. So she would do the off camera, and she kind of knew her cadence and her emotion and the way that Linda speaks, and I think vice versa.
Yeah.
So we had a great ally in that. But yeah, I mean, of course it'd be better, but we just, I don't know.
We ran them once together.
Yeah,
and
we
then
always
on the
made
day,
sure that
maybe Kelly would do it, because we all needed a little bit of time off too.
Yeah. What I love
right. It was like, do you want to call in? I'm like,
Well, it's hours if you think about it, because you do the scene so many times.
I'm super busy today, because then you're stuck in one room for like 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
One more quick thing before they wrap me up. I think the show is shot so well. And there's two things that I wanted to mention. One, I think it's episode 7, no spoilers, but the rack focus from the pictures to your glasses and then back, I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
But I love the way the show goes to the title card. And I was curious on set, did you know that whatever that moment was would then be thrown to a title card?
No.
Wow.
Not exactly, no.
I didn't ever know that.
No, I asked Liz about the title card, and she told me the idea for it, which I thought was really interesting with the backgrounds changing in the title. But no, we didn't see any of that and know its timing until later.
And the first scene in the pilot was not the first scene in the pilot originally.
Wow.
So that at the door with the Mexican lasagna, that was like 5th scene in, like the way it was written. But they changed it because they were like, well, that's the tone of the show. So they wanted to open it with like that, to like, so this is what we're presenting to you.
It's a unique tone.
And also kind of like faking you out.
Yeah.
Like look, it's really bright, the lighting's really bright, and there's kind of like a little, little snark, and then all of a sudden it's just like.
I didn't see any of it coming.
It's burr
You didn't?
No.
Burr dark.
Well, the trailers don't
good.
give anything away, which was actually perfect.
Oh,
Whoever cut
good,
these
good,
trailers
good.
from Netflix, like, thank you for not giving the way of the twists, because that was like every episode's like more and more
The
twisty.
twists get twisty.
Yeah.
They get twisty, man.
Yeah.
It gets twisty.
It's a very twisty show.
Yeah.